Hey guys, you know who it is. You know where you are and you know what's happening. J Chats is back. So just simply subscribe and share, and of course click that bell so you know every time I drop a new video, you're there with me. Topics may include growth, development, social issues, broadcasting, even marketing for one's business. This is where we learn together. J Chats, from interests to insights. Enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to J Chats. I am your host, JD. It is a pleasure to be inside of your world again for another episode of conversation. In fact, interest turning into insights. But this time, it's a little bit with a twist as we look at the online platform. We look at websites, we look at graphic design, all that. And that's where this young lady comes in right here. I'll tell you a little bit about her in just a few seconds, but I hope you have clicked subscribe, you're sharing as well, because the information is always going to be something that we just can't keep to ourselves. We've got to share it with others too. COVID-19 is where we're living right now. Everything is COVID-19, and many of us are working from home. And I thought, why not have a conversation with my web designer? Have you seen my website? This lady. Should I do this way? This young lady here. Did my website for me, and she's based in New York, but she's a Trini sister, and I'm telling you, I am in love with my website, and many persons are so impressed by it. So this is where we're going to have conversation pertaining to web design, how important it is, why should we do it, what are the do's and the don'ts, and all that. This is Whitney Jackson, but she goes by the name of Tamika Whitney Jackson. She is the CEO or owner of the Jackson Consultancy and Business Works, and she's based in New York, originally from South Trinidad. Welcome to J Chats, Whitney. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. You know, I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing up there? I know New York is the epicenter of this thing, but how are you coping?
I've been inside, stuck in front of the computer since January.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been working full-time from home doing the website, so I wasn't really affected. But then my daughter started homeschooling when everything changed, so that's what I had to readjust to. But it really didn't affect me. But outside, there still are restrictions with the masks and stuff.
Right.
But it's not like crazy militant. Like we don't see army trucks like what they share on Instagram. It's not like that. I think everybody kind of like adhering to the rules. So it's not as crazy.
Great. I'm going to have the same thing here too. So, you know, things change. We just given time. We see COVID is very fluid, so things will change accordingly. But one thing that is not changing is your ability to create some amazing websites, no matter your client. And that is what I absolutely love about you. But before we dive into some of your clientele and all that, Whitney Jackson, I met you through a friend of a friend. So I didn't know you when you were living in Trinity. So tell us about yourself. And why did you get into this business, which I'm pretty sure is dominantly controlled by the men, but what was it as well that brought you into this?
So yes, I was living in Trinidad before. I worked at Ministry of Social Development.
Yes.
And it's there where I got into IT, because before that, I felt like I was still, you know, like when you come out from high school or after you finish, CXC, you still kind of don't know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a mentor or a teacher, and back then parents didn't really sit down like, oh, what are you going to do after, you know?
Yes.
So at that point, I actually tried to do tourism management.
How did that
because I just wanted to go, because I've been back and forth. I always felt like after college, after CXC, you're supposed to go somewhere far away to study. So I took myself from, at that time I was living in Vista Bella, from Vista Bella to Chagra almost every day to go to hotel school. To do tourism management. At that time, I felt like I wanted to be a flight attendant. Went to Emirates, didn't work out. And then after I completed tourism management, I still felt like I still was lost. Because after I got shut down from Emirates, I felt like, okay, flight attendant is not going to work out. Let me pick business management to do my degree in, where I would actually get all of the courses. And then by then, at that age, I would know what I wanted.
Exactly.
So I did business management, and I ended up having the highest scores in politics. Then I said I'm going to be a diplomat. But you know, when the universe and the Lord has your way of
Exactly.
plan, yeah, it's not. No matter how you plan, it's not going to work out.
So thankfully
So
you came across on this side.
right, so I got here, same thing. I fell back into a government job. I was working for the Department of Buildings here, which is like the Ministry of Works there,
Right.
and I began transcripting meetings. And then, you know, we trainees, every time the work gets slow, how can I help? What can I do? You need help with anything? And I got into the training team, and they were in charge of writing manuals, creating step-by-step guides, training people. And part of training people, we would have to engage with the industry, how they use the city's website. So they would have these town meetings. I would call the peanut gallery, because they
Right.
would come with all the complaints. Oh, this button doesn't work. Oh, why we have to upload so many documents? Why this design like this? Why we can't just, and that's where I first saw the pain points of people using websites on the outside and what they look for and what they like. They just want to get to it. Um,
Instantly.
right. I learned loading is a problem. You need it to be fast. Seconds load, they're going to close the page and leave. If you don't prompt them to do something every few scrolls, they're going to leave. You have to have call to actions throughout the site. Call now, book now, schedule, sign up for this.
Yeah.
Make them do something every few scrolls. So that's where it started. And again, like a normal trainee, I was bored one day and I was like, what could I do? And a coworker of mine actually, he said, go on this platform and try to do something. And I actually was helping people do their homework. And I built a website for me to advertise. I was doing reviews and grammar checks and stuff. And then my first website came from this chef in Canada. She saw what I did and she's like, who did yours? I was like, me? She's like, oh, I'll do one for me too. So what I did, this is how social media is important now. So
Yes.
after I did her website, I recorded the screen and then I took screenshots of it and I posted it with Jill Scott's Golden, that song in the background, and I posted that on Instagram. Then another one came, and another one came, and another one
Wow.
came. Yeah, and it just hobby turned into business.
I always say it's passion
Truthfully,
turned into
yeah.
profit. Passion, a passion that you have because you take
And
your time and you do your
I
thing.
didn't. I think it's because too. I probably have the patience for it because I already like being in front of the computer, right? I was always the one in college doing in the group projects. I was the one to build the presentation. I was the
Oh
one
well,
to,
it's in you.
start right. So I guess I always had the click for certain things, the colors, what goes together, the fonts. Like I didn't go to school for this; it's a natural thing.
That's so
And plus,
true.
I had the experience from that 9 to 5 to help with the customer's point of view. So I had the client in mind and showcasing their business, and I had what the customer liked to see too,
So you're wearing
being
both shoes. You can
mm-hmm,
you operate as you said the employer. Let's just say that, and also you
right,
operate as the onlooker or the customer as to what. So you understand the languages of both, and that's great.
right,
And this is really what brought you together. I mean, I remember when you first did my site, you were very intricate on different things, requesting. First of all, I didn't even know I had to do homework. People, I had to do homework, and I really,
yes, it starts with you.
I'm like, homework for a website? I'm just, but that is for you to get to know your client, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and what their needs are.
And you wouldn't believe that little conversation I have during when I'm explaining the homework. I start to feel your personality out there.
Right.
Then I sneak and I go and I look at your Instagram, I look at your Facebook, I look to see what kind of clothes you, what kind of bags you like. So I kind of get a feel, what this person's into. Also, the people who come to me with logos already done, by if they love that logo, I already know their style. If it's a gold
Right.
luxurious logo, I know they want something chic, gold, clean. If they have something comical, like cartoonish, I know okay, keep it fun, bright. Like a
So
logo tells me about.
you are truly a web designer because you can design from just taking
Mm-hmm.
things or looking at persons and hearing the conversation. I always say there's a difference between an artist and a designer. An artist can
Mm-hmm.
execute it, but you're a designer. You can bring even from the
Mm-hmm.
juices of creativity. And you wear many hats. You are a web page designer. You are a
Mm-hmm.
graphic artist as well, because you just
Mm-hmm.
mentioned logos. So, as a
Right.
sister in this world doing this, have you encountered challenges? Now you're living in the US. Do you
Mm-hmm.
encounter any challenges as a female, which is doing just amazing web design compared to some of the brothers that are doing it on the outside?
I feel like actually for me, I've gotten more oohs and ahs from the men because they're like, ooh, you're a bad girl. You know, I get more
Pop your
comments like
collar.
that. hmm but my challenges I feel come from because now in this modern 2020 we don't have to basically code because I don't code most of the designs I do,
Right.
but sometimes I may come across a project where I do need to code because if the client probably wants they want the moon to reach the earth, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
And but how I handle that challenge is the platform I use, they actually support me because I've built so many websites.
Right.
So now I have a Wix manager. So anything I can't do, I could hand it over or they would tell me what to do to get it done. Like we have a community, a partner community.
Right.
So even with these challenges, I still have the support to overcome them. Um, I feel like because how I showcase the work on Instagram and on social media, I don't really get any pushback.
Yeah. No, you do.
I must say I don't get any, and then I don't really brand myself as a graphic designer because I still feel like I saw some amazing flyers like Banfield. I those are
I
he's
know.
one of
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
artists I look up to. He followed me back and I was so excited. Right. But how I ended up getting more in depth into doing the flyers and stuff is because I felt like when I did the websites and handed it over to the clients, they didn't realize it's like a garden. You need to tend to it. You need to remind the people that you're here. You need to do your email marketing. So
Yes.
then I said, let me prepare some packages that even after I design it and they realize they can't do it themselves, let me offer flyers, promotional flyers. Let me offer business cards design. So let me rebrand the whole thing because then you have a bum website and then your business cards like, you want everything to be uniform, a new logo that matches the website, a new business card. Um, you have your promotional flyers. Everything looks like you spend your money.
So, are you saying upfront that the Jackson consultancy offers all that? If I need a card done, if I need my website
Mm-hmm.
done, I need graphics maybe for my item in terms of service. What
Mm-hmm.
other services do you offer?
So in terms of now, I'm getting more people asking me, how do I start an LLC? How about
Right.
taxes? And now, so that's where the consultancy part comes in. I have
Yes.
people that come to me with ideas about stores. Oh, should I get from this supplier? How should I connect it? What about the shipping rates? The prices, should it include the shipping so it looks better? So other than just websites, I also try to acknowledge that I would come to you with a plan A and you would take it into DEF. You would stretch out the plan and build it all the way out, have me thinking about all the things I didn't think about. So I feel like naturally, I think I'm good at that because I think future wise. Like
Yeah.
somebody would want a website and they would want to do deposit banking. And I like, yeah, but what about when you get a high amount of business clients? Like, how would you send invoices to each one of them every time? No, we need some online banking.
And that's what the things that I fell in love with you in terms of your professionalism, because things I didn't think about, you would say, James, so why don't you put this on your website? And we even spoke
Mm-hmm.
most recently about putting some new things on my website that I was like,
Mm-hmm.
really? J chats, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
So and I love that interaction, but I don't want to make it all about me because I can really talk about
No.
Whitney, guys. She is the bomb. I could go through the
Yes.
whole thing.
Yes.
But so I found out who you are, Whitney. From you said you were in Vistabella. You're now in New York doing your thing, and you have now
Mm-hmm.
turned this major small business into really just growing effectively, continuously. How many
Mm-hmm.
clients do you have right now, Whitney?
I'm approaching like 100,
That is very
and
good.
I probably maintain about almost all of them. But I
Wow.
have ones like people who have stores. The people who have stores, they're more in high demand. They need stock updated. They need coupons sent out. But I only have like, let's say 10, at least 10 stores. So
Right.
it's not much right now. But again, the same platform that I use, they are willing to give me the support. So if I need to hire people, if I need training, they're constantly helping me upgrade.
Okay.
So you never know, I might have a Wix office in Trinidad one day.
Why not?
You could come in and,
Deal with you.
get your homework done in the office
Whew, homework. So,
and get what your ideas executed in person.
so Whitney, you just told us about your clients. You have almost 100 clients, and you maintain as well as you stick with us because I'm part of those
Mm-hmm.
clients. That every time we need something, we can certainly communicate with you. You're
Yeah.
right there at the tip of the finger. But for you to now pull in many more, I want to make your clientele pass 200, 300 right now. So we're doing that on this platform here where you tell us, because there may be someone who's looking on right now and thinks, I don't need a website. Because honestly, I was one of those, right? So I want you to, if you can start off,
Mm-hmm.
why is a website so important?
I like people to think about their website as your elevator pitch. How could
Right,
you sell yourself, show all that you have to offer in one place,
right.
and have the time for the person and then catch the person's attention at the same time? Because you don't know your clients until they actually contact you. And now, especially if your service is a high price, they
Yes.
want to see all the transparency. They want to see all about you before they spend their money.
So
So you provide a sample. Go ahead.
we want that one place to go to.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what websites do for most people, especially the ones who offer services. The ones who are selling something, of course, we know they need to sell to get more customers, but
Right.
especially the person who is offering a service, right? The customer would want to do their research, see your samples, see about stories, see who they're supporting, what brand or what mission or what vision they're actually supporting. So when you have your website, they would find out all about you through that, and they would be happy to engage with you, and they would actually coerce them to take that step forward and actually sending that email, picking up that phone to contact you.
So would you say one of the first reasons why we should have a website is to create that great first impression? Because when you said elevator pitch, I remember that some time ago trying to
Right,
do
that's one. Right.
a pitch, and one of the things they said is that the first thing is that impression, because you've got that moment to impress me. Would you say that's one of the first reasons?
Yes, because like let's use your example. As soon as you land, woo, you hear the voice, woo, you get that.
Yeah.
This person is professional.
Yes.
They did this thing. Oh, let's go to her samples, and they click play. Oh, she has everything out there. They have no reason not to hire you.
Right. Right.
Another right. So that's one. Another thing I would say is by not having a website, I feel like you're drawing a wall. You're limiting yourself to your reach. People, this is a global website. You can't. I have customers. I only want people in Trinidad to see it. Oh,
No,
you
we need to
can't
go
not want
global.
a website. You can't not want a website. I want to say private or personal. Once you have a website, you're exposed to the world of clients, right? And then you're opening up to exchange rates. You might get more money than you expected to, right? By getting international clients. And then that's two. Number three, there are people out there who don't even know you. But this is where Google SEO comes in. Somebody might type in, let's use you again, for example. They might type in MC in Trinidad South. You should
Yes.
come up in the top 10 results. But they don't
Yes.
know who you are. But you came up in the results. They clicked on you and, ooh, welcome to Daily Media. You move
Mm-hmm.
them there one time,
So you just read my mind,
right?
because that
So
was
that's
that
another
was
way.
that was going to be my next point. It aids in your SEO, your search engine optimization. For
Mm-hmm.
for us layman's, what does that mean? Just break it down. Just what you said there, putting in that
All
name.
right. Right. So the Google SEO, how it works is for people who don't necessarily know you, but they're searching for something like what you do. So that's how you come up in the search results. They type in me, web designer based in New York, who also does flyers. I should come up in that search results because on my website I have that word flyers. I have that word web design. It's all about how you word your content in order for your web pages to show up in the Google results.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they need to make their money too, so they charge if you want to like do the ads to stay on top and stuff like that. But to
Google
me, once you have
AdWords.
a strong, right, and once you have the content that matches the basic keywords, somebody who's searching for you would have. If they don't know you, you would come up in those results. I was going to say you have to tag every single picture make sure the words of what you do, all the descriptive words are within the content somewhere, and that helps you come up on the results even more.
So this is J Chat. I'm chatting with Whitney, and of course, Whitney is just, well, the company. Let me get it right now before I just say Whitney Jackson. I want you to remember the company's name. It's called the Jackson Consultancy and Business Works, and of course,
Mm-hmm.
Whitney Jackson, Tamika Whitney Jackson is the CEO of the company, and we're speaking about web design, and we're speaking about why it's important. So you just mentioned about first impression. You just mentioned about the importance of being in that SEO, search engine optimization, right? So what are
Mm-hmm.
some of the other reasons why should we build a website? What about customer service? Again, is that just
Um, I won't say really, yes, customer service, because you could greet them before they even get to you. Like, let's talk about that chat bubble, that chat window that pops up.
right?
So, um, some people, I guess, they still need to push. Yes, they're seeing it, but they're not sure still. So that's
Yes.
why I installed that little chat bot right there, and where you could actually monitor where the person is from, what they're looking at. I actually use that to see where they leave, because sometimes something is on that page that's turning them off. So like if I like, that's where the
Right.
analytics come in. I actually watch to see the pages people leave on, because I know I need to work on that page, because something on that page making them leave, right?
Right.
So that's
Right.
how I keep on maintaining
And perfecting it.
his website.
Hmm.
That's how you perfect the art of it. That chatbot. I was saying, people sometimes need that push. If you type in, "Hi, this is Jillian. I'm not a robot. I saw you were looking at the about services. If you have any questions, I'm right here." And they'll be like, "She only called up." They're like,
No lie, I do that
"She real
because
fancy reply right there." You never know.
I saw that on my website. By the way, my website is jdmedia868.com. If you don't know, check it out. Whitney built it. But you did
Mm-hmm.
put that. I mean, every time someone comes on my page, I see that. And I would say, hi, thank you for joining me. Now,
Mm-hmm.
either they get a little scared and they don't check me out, or but you see this, they're there. So I let them know, hey, you're in Virginia. Nice to know you're on my page, and you see the locations as well. So that's a nice
Mm-hmm.
interactive
Mm-hmm.
sort of way for us to communicate from someone offering the
Mm-hmm.
craft to the customer. So I like that. Well,
Right.
making
Yeah.
me you're
So
making
you
me
see.
think.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a website then? Because can I not get all that on Facebook?
Oh, so the difference with Facebook is, but I saw they now introduce like a store where you could shop,
Right.
but still the style of it, you can't get to customize it to your perfection.
That's what I want.
You,
Yeah.
a website makes you look more professional, whereas you could actually lay it out how you want. It's like showing them your ID card.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want
It's like
to.
an online
Facebook is
ID
some.
card.
Yeah, because Facebook is something general. What how Facebook making you different from,
So
and even with Facebook Live and Instagram Live. That's why I introduced the channel now. Because when you talk and you go live on Facebook and Instagram, that's the end of it. If you go live from your website, they could go to the about, they could go to the store to shop, they could check out your services, they could stay within that world and do more.
so it's already roping them in to my
Mm-hmm.
website already.
Because
Uh,
they're on it. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So when that live is complete, they can still now go on, as you say, peruse the rest of the tabs and see what else
Mm-hmm.
Jay offers or whomever your client
Right.
is.
Right. After Instagram Live, that's it. The most they could see is probably your Instagram. If they click on your website, well, then bam, they're in a whole new world.
How important is trust when it comes to one of the reasons why I should do my website in terms of trust between me and my client? Because people don't really like to see a poorly designed website. So it's important to see that your professionalism is on point as well.
Yes, I would say so. And that's my responsibility to make you look like big bucks. Make you look like you're worth. Make sure that um, it looks like what the product you're offering is worth it.
Right.
Because you spend time on fixing yourself, right? So once they see that you spend the time behind that, they would think, yes, she would spend time behind my service.
I read somewhere that another reason why I should do a website because my competitors are doing it. Basically, everyone is getting
That
into
too.
it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I do? People, this is another cool thing. People don't know that you could connect more than one domain to your website. So me, if you Google Tamika W. Jackson, my same website back here would come up. If you type in JCMBW, the same website would come up. So you could tell people, Google me.
Right.
And your website would come up. So if you want a JillianGibbs.com, you can get it and it would take them back to JDmedia868.com.
So explain that, because let's talk about the mechanics of it. Because when you first started to explain this to me, I was like, what? I don't understand. What is this domain thing and what is this portal hosting thing? So for those
Okay.
on what, and they want to come to you to, one of the first things they say, I'm going to go to Whitney to get my website done. What are some of the basic things you need to let us know about the website genre, or the jargon, I should say, so we can understand it from domain to host and stuff like that?
Right. So your domain is your www.abc.com. That's your domain. My platform actually offers it free once you host with them. And hosting is like, because we're not building from scratch and we don't have a warehouse with servers and, they do that for you. They're the window you're passing through to get your
Right.
stuff out there. So we call them the host. And the hosts, most of them, so we have you probably heard about GoDaddy,
Yes.
WordPress, Square, Shopify. All of these are hosts that hold these platforms for you. Now, if you want to ask me about my preference and why I chose Wix, is because it was about the client. Had I used WordPress or some of the other brands,
Right.
my issue with those were when I hand it off to you and you log in the back end, you would have just seen letters, numbers.
The codes that you spoke about.
Yeah, it's not as transparent as the platform I use. I have users over even 60 to 70 years old who I don't even hear from anymore because they get it. They only call me for technical support because the platform I use is so user friendly. Once I show you the ropes, they graduate from me, but I'm still here.
Yes.
And then I have the clients who are too busy to maintain. They come on my monthly packages with the marketing and all of that.
So for me, Whitney, as you know, I'm not one of those clients that consistently come to you all the time, because so I'm not one on your monthly package. So I still have to understand what you're offering in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said to me once, those services are for certain web owners. I mean, like in terms of my page, because I may not need those services
Right.
that you offer. Why wouldn't I need it? Explain the difference, if you can, to our viewers.
All right. So let me use the most frequent package. I have this package at $100 a month, and it's for my customers who have stores who needs to update stock
Right.
very often. So I would I would send out an email to all the customers. Hey, we just updated our store. Come see the new products we have. And I would send out that on probably payday.
Okay.
Like over here, people get paid on the 1st and the 15th. So they hire me to do the emails on the 1st and the 15th. And sometimes I also design, with that 100, I give them a flyer, promotional flyer. So if they have a spring collection and they want to show the new pieces they have, I do that flyer. I give them that to post on their Instagram, their Facebook, but I take that same flyer, I email that out to all the subscribers, everybody. I do whatever site maintain, and some of them change the theme. Like I have a customer, she sells acrylic nail powder.
Mm-hmm.
And you have in the summer, well, over here in the summer you use brighter colors, wintertime you use darker colors. So spring just left, she had a floral collection. So I did the flyer for that with all the colors of the floral collection. I sent that email out to customers. I did a coupon so they could get a 20% off. And any site maintenance. So you have a review to add, new pictures to upload. And then what I did to even make it better, I included the hosting and the domain with that. So you don't have to pay anything else but that 100 monthly. And we have a lifetime relationship.
Nice.
And basically I work for you. You just email me whatever you want and I just get it done,
So
for you.
if I can explain because I want to understand like what in terms of my page. I'm a voiceover artist. I do emceeing of events, I host events and blah blah. If you look at my site, you'll see so much more, guys. But I don't need all that continually. Yes?
No, but what I would do for you, Christmas is coming. Merry Christmas to all your subscribers. You're probably offering a special during Christmas time to MC any Christmas event.
Right.
Just a simple email. And I don't charge for that because it's just an email. but you
Right.
don't have constant stock, so I wouldn't put you on a monthly
Stock.
plan. I would
Right.
just send that email out for you when the time is near
All right. So
for this season.
someone's looking on now and they want to get into contact with you to do their website. I already
Mm-hmm.
sold out the part with the homework. That's coming.
Right.
But what are some of the first few things you need to gain from that person? If you're looking at them now, what do they need from you? You need from them, I
All
should
it
say.
because because I know people hate filling out forms. I made it really easy. You just go to jcandbw.com, click contact, and all you have to tell me is the best time to call you.
Right.
That's it.
It's true.
Your name, email, best time to call you, and I would call you, and basically I would go through a 30-minute call with you just to, hear your ideas, talk about my homework and your budget. And then once you get the homework done, you'll come back to me. I would check your answers and see how ready you are because you may be missing something. I want everything at once so I can really get the creative of how to lay out your website. The ideas come to me at the weirdest times in the shower, before I go to bed, taking a walk. So I really need everything to really process how I'm going to lay out this thing,
And
right?
some of the simple questions
Mhm.
include what's your favorite color? Remember you asked me about that? What's your favorite color? Because all that helps for the
Yeah.
look and feel of the website for that particular client.
hmm I talk about if you still love the first thing first I ask you is if you love your logo. Because if you do want your logo done over, that's the first thing we do because the logo carries the actual feel and the look of the website.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the first thing I look at, your logo. Because I keep everything uniform. I may look at the fonts in your logo and I may use that font for the headers on your pages. The colors you use, I'll probably use that in the theme. So those are the questions I ask you. And of course the content, the most important part. I also do content writing. If you're a bad writer, you could
Mm-hmm.
just give me the bullet points, the facts, and I will turn it into a story. And then, of
Yes.
course, you could review it. And even when we're ready to go live, because I usually take like 2 to 3 weeks to show you a first draft, um, you would share it with your loved ones, your close friends, because sometimes you would see things, they would see things that you and I missed, or they would give you an idea. And you yourself, only when you see it, you may realize you want something else, which is fine. Um, and even after you go live, I give you like a month to really get feedback from your clients because
Yes.
they may keep asking something, so we need to add something in the FAQ. You know, they probably find something was popping up too quickly, so I have to remove that. So it's like a garden. You really have to tend to it and not just have a website and that's it.
And that is
People think,
what and I want to tell people this I'm not only doing this J chats because I want to say just you have to hire Whitney, but I'm telling you, you need to hire Whitney. But what I loved about our relationship, you never met me. We just met via this. And only when
yeah,
after we set up this site, you came to Trini and I met you, blah, blah, blah. But I mean to say, I didn't know you before that. And you found it
right.
was so easy to communicate and have that conversation. And you broke it down in layman terms for me to understand, Jay, so this is what a hosting is and this is what XYZ is. And I know you will offer that sort of relationship continuously to all your clients. So I'm
hmm
really encouraging persons to not only consistently watch J Chats, but you need to check out Whitney. Yeah, trust me. You have what are give me some of the names of the clients?
One of the biggest ones I had was Mazda. So I had a
Really?
client. Yeah, I had a client from what is it's not Southern. Is it Southern Sale?
Southern
No,
Sales.
sorry,
Yeah, they do.
Southern
Yeah, I
Sales.
think it's Southern Sales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Southern Sales. Yeah, they felt right. So actually, one of the employees there, they were like, "Girl, our website is so horrible. And I want to showcase myself." So I did it, and it looked even better than the Southern Sales website. And that was the website that actually put me on the map. I felt like after I
Oh,
did that one. Yeah, I did fantastic events. I did custom units. She's a really big hairdresser. She does like wig installations, and she won an award last year, I think, for best hairstylist, something like that. Um,
right.
I did nail techs. I did run the Glen. She's a chief information officer, I think. No, chief disruption officer. She does like business coaching and stuff. That was a really really good one. Um, I'm working on a furniture store actually right now. I'm really excited about that. I want it to look better than Courts. Yeah, in Trinidad, yes. Yes. She specializes in furniture for like salons and spas,
Very
those
nice.
modern looking. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited about that. That's a Zebo creation. You guys can look forward to that. And then Jillian Gibb, she was the first MC I ever did.
Voice of
I feel like I have
artist
a
with a
website in every
personality.
single. Yes, I feel like I
Yes,
have a website in every single industry.
yes.
I
Because
did, I did.
hair,
But
nails, business,
cars,
cars. Yeah, so
um,
you're versed like that.
clothing. I did lawyers, real estate. Um,
Any entertainers?
you.
Well, okay, I guess I was. Well, I didn't really think about myself there because I can't sing to save my life. But
um, plan. I did lighting, fantastic events. I feel like they're entertainers because they do birthday parties,
right.
clowns,
So like
right? I
events and
did.
stuff like that.
They more do weddings now too. So I have them. What else? Oh, I did a music school actually, a performing arts school. I did one of those. That's
So
Curvy Katie. I think it's kdpas.com, but it's Curvy Delphi Performing Arts School. That was
the
a really nice one too.
the reason why I'm asking you that because I want persons, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, to realize that even though you're internationally based, I'm telling you, it's like Whitney's like right here. She calls you like
Yeah,
normal.
and
So
I
it's
travel.
yeah, you're always coming home ever so
Yeah,
often. Yeah. Well, not
yeah.
now,
So
huh?
once I have no, yeah. But once I have like four more clients, and especially the ones who are not so tech savvy, I will come and see you. Or even if I am coming, I still block out some time, even if it's family related, I still block out some time to touch base with whoever one is interested in,
That's
meeting
true.
me to get any answers clarified.
I feel like I'm extremely biased in
Hmm.
this interview, but it's true. Yes. So
Yeah, and I try to get pictures with everybody too, so that's why I stopped by.
I got my picture too, remember, right here in the studio. Right now, I
Hmm.
wanted to show you, as just to interrupt this interview for a minute, and show you some of the designs from Whitney. And just a few of her clients. I wish I could show all of them to you, but it's just too long. We're going to give a snippet of it right now. Good. So, Whitney, just a couple more questions before we wrap up. What are some of the important
Hmm.
elements for quality web design?
So I usually ask for the basic, which is really home. But on your home, I like to show statistics. How many clients you have? What's your success rate? How much, maybe some sites may have how much equipment you have, how much years experience you have, stuff like that. I like to display on the home page. Other than the regular home about gallery, probably FAQ, I actually like to go the extra mile with the how it works section because then people have an idea. They don't have. They have you put them one step further in the door by they already knowing how it works before they even call you. So you don't have to go over that when they call you. How it works, and you can make it fun. You could do step one, leave it up. No, step one, contact me. Two, submit payment. Three, leave it up to me. Something fun like that. Or you could do step one, so complete the form. Step two, hold on for 2 weeks. We would do blah blah blah. Step three, leave us a review. I feel like the how it works section actually again adds more transparency to how your business works, so people will again know if to choose you or not, right? Um, FAQs is really a good one too, where you can answer all the annoying questions you could think of. So you don't have to waste your time to answer something that they could have just found the answer online for. So that leaves you with more time to actually do your work, you know?
Yeah.
So I like FAQs. I like how it works. Um, and statistics. As those are my top three things I
Elements.
like to see. Yeah, on the website.
All right, so we're getting ready to wrap it up, but any final words pertaining to web design in terms of encouraging persons to create your website?
Yes. I always say, please do some research before choosing a web designer. I'm tired of hearing stories. Oh, I spent $2,000 here and 10,000 here, and I never saw the person again. Or what you received didn't look like what you were supposed to get. But did you check out their portfolio? Did you see if those other existing websites were actually working? Did you click through it? And did you check out their personality? Because remember, once you have a website, you have a lifetime relationship with this person.
Yes, yes, yes,
So you
yes.
have to like them like if they're your really, really good friend because you this is the person that's showcasing your stuff to the world.
They're
So think
controlling
about
it.
it that way. So that's
Yeah,
one of the things I want to leave them with. And remember too that a website is like a garden. It's not just a design handover and that's it. Every year you have to update your copyright, right? You have to update your reviews, and that's why I connect, the Instagram to the website, which is really cool. So it still
yeah.
looks updated, even though we're away from it. Once you post on Instagram, you still look good. So you have to tend to it daily and choose the best web designer. The relationship you have with that, because the relationship you have with that person would determine how crispy your website
I,
looks.
I like what you're saying because sometimes we think that the relationship is done as soon as I paid you to build my site. And it's
Yeah,
not
no,
done. We still have to come back to you. Because sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, Whitney, I need to,
no.
but that's really what
Yeah,
she's
I
there
knew
for.
that from, yeah. So that's why the clients I know who only like to email, no, because I need to talk to you. They have things
Yes.
we probably just need to clarify and I need to pick up the phone and actually call. So I think, yeah, you really need to pay attention to who you're choosing as a website designer for you.
Well, I'm telling
It's
you,
like a real relationship.
choose Whitney. Trust me. Especially those of you right here in Trinidad and Tobago. She's amazing with it. Now, how can we get in contact with you? What are your platforms? Where can we go to see your work? Yeah, outside of
Right.
this conversation. But let's say more research has to be done on communicating with you.
Right. So my website is jcandbw.com, spell out AND because you can't use amplifiers in domains,
Oh, okay.
tidbits,
So,
right? So spell that out, AND, jcandbw.com. Because probably you have to pay for international rates. You could WhatsApp me or WhatsApp call me at 201-500-5431, right? You could send me a message there.
we are
Uh-huh.
all going through this quarantine, whether it's in the US like you are, or see in Trinidad and Tobago. Throughout the globe, many persons are living inside of a lockdown. We are now heavily dependent on our social media platforms to get whether it's our business out or services out or whatever it means in terms of connection and communication. What are some of the things that you've noticed during this COVID-19 time that maybe persons are not doing correctly or you have to do for persons with their website or their online presence?
So first of course, when this all happened, I started to take care of my existing clients first. What I did, one of them who offered services in person, I integrated Zoom, which is the same platform we're using right now. I
Right.
integrated Zoom with all of their services. So if somebody booked a consultation, they would get an automated email with that meeting ID and they would have that video call online. The owner doesn't have to do anything, it's already done. And that's what I love, automation. Let's work for you, let the system do it for you.
Right.
Um, then just as what we're doing now on this live, um, yes, you may have more followers on social media, but I'm encouraging everyone to start using the website's TV or channel so you could bring them to you to watch. I've been I've been I've been encouraging them to keep them engaged on social media. Don't let them forget you.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a question the other day. Somebody said, "But what if I can't do what I do video call?" It could be karaoke night. It doesn't matter. If you do nails and you want to do karaoke night with your followers, that's totally fine. But bring them to the website so they could actually see what they offer,
Right.
right? So that's what I've been doing, setting up video calls for all of these services and teaching them how to do um, social media stuff with their clients. What I also do too, I was able to pause subscriptions. So I have customers who
Right.
charge their clients monthly. I was able to pause those auto charges. So at
Right.
least, because instead of losing the customer due to COVID, because you're charging their card, I paused those customers'
Nice.
accounts for them, so they don't have to worry about losing them, and then they turn it back on once they catch the stuff.
That's so
That
cool.
was another, yeah, that was a cool feature. What else? I send out emails because sometimes you have to address how productivity is slow, and now you might get your package within the same day. I send out a lot of emails like that for them too.
So people are
Um,
adopting those features that you offer right now during COVID-19. So it
mhm,
is available for choice as well.
mhm, mhm.
No?
Yeah, I had customers who also offer free masks too with when they shop, because some people are still online shopping, so they
Right.
offer them a free mask with their item as well. So we send out an email saying that to get them to claim their mask. Some of them give essential workers free masks, so we sent out an email telling them to come claim it. So that way they still remember you during this time, and they're
So
going to remember you after.
so this has been J Chats. I thank you so much for joining us. Again, check below. I'll leave the details. That's what I'll do. I'll leave your information to the bottom as well. So what is that telephone number again, please?
It's 201-500-5431.
So we
So
have
you could
your
WhatsApp me there.
what we can WhatsApp you, we can contact you via your website. You're also very much active on your Facebook pages as well. So
And Instagram, yeah.
and that's Tamika
My
Whitney
Instagram is
Jackson.
and
And
my Instagram is twj.enterprises.
nice. One of those Trunies rocking the red, white, and black so proudly in the design world, web design
Yeah.
world. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you, Julian, for having me as well. And my phone line and my email always open to you guys. Just look at the samples, contact me, shop around if you have to. But I hope you end up, working with me
Running team.
someday. So
All right.
thank you
Thank you
again.
very much. Be safe out there, and just keep safe and keep away and keep your mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
This has
welcome.
been J Chat. Join me inside the next one. You never know who I'll be chatting with. All right. Take care. Bless. Well, this is where I say thank you so much for allowing me in your world. I know you got your things to do, but you still tuned in, and I appreciate that. So don't forget, click subscribe, click the like, share, and just let all of us gather from the information that is being shared inside of JChat, even if it's the fun ones as well. Serious fun, whatever it is. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Stay safe. I'm JD. In Trinidad and Tobago.